Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1, Episode 4 of our Battlestar Galactica fleet battles using the Warriors of Mars aerial battle TSR rules from 1974. Last round we had Galactica and Pegasus. Doled out some damage, some Viper damage was taken, some casualties to the Cylon Raiders as well. Let's jump into round number 4 gameplay. Okay, we just wrapped up round number 3 of our Battlestar Galactica fleet battles based on the Gary Gygax and Bloom edition from 1974 of Warfare of Barsoom, Warlords of Mars, aerial conflict sections here within the book. We basically have adapted some of these airship battles that they have from the Edgar Rice Burroughs saga, printed up custom damage tables, combat tables, vehicle tables. We're going to potentially get into some boarding and grappling rules. We've got these Cylon Heavy Raiders. They are able to crash into a Battlestar and have boarding parties do that. So we'll test out some of those rules, see how it goes. We will jump into round 4. We're going to have a quick word from this channel sponsor, and then we will jump into gameplay. Thank you for watching. Pontos Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got a bookstore link down in the description where you can check out the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, and the Hermeticism of Hastur. We've also got the Killingworth Bogman saga and our Locksmen of Quanta saga, starting with Dead Sons 11. Our Esoteric Saturn Mysteries and Esoteric Dragon Mysteries are taken from our podcast series. And we've also got our newest offerings, Saturnalis Thralmorin, the Cypria, the Lost Text, and the Dirges of the Alabaster Kings. Finally, our Lovecraftian Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands, 3 volumes, each taking place in one of Lovecraft's cities: Aim Aimless in Cellophase, Hope's Home in Dalathleen, Stubborn Devotions in the Temple of Thrawn. Let's jump into gameplay. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into round number 4 gameplay. We will do an initiative roll here. I want to check out the grappling rules before we go too far here. We've got, okay, the Colonials will get to go first. I wanted to check out in our Warriors of Mars these grappling rules and boarding rules. So we go to the aerial combat. Barsoom airships. Okay, so grappling and boarding, it says, first we have to do ramming and collision. A purposeful ramming or an accidental collision will have virtually the same effect. Flyers moving in the same altitude come together at a relative speed. To compute damage, simply compute the relative speed of impact by inches per last move. So, example, a light cruiser accidentally collides with a cruiser. The light cruiser is moving perpendicular to it. The light cruiser will mount it. So I think we're going to have to do a collision with the heavy cruisers, but then we'll also have to do a grappling / boarding. All Barsoomian flyers are equipped with highly sophisticated grappling tackle. And I'm wondering, I don't really remember from Battlestar, but I know that these heavy raiders, there's a game mechanic in Battlestar Galactica, the board game, where the heavy raiders can sort of force a landing, I think, into the bays of Galactica. You know, so here's Pegasus. I think that they crashed into the sort of the launch tubes, and then they used that to sort of board the Battlestar. So we'll try to use that same mechanic. I guess we can read a little bit more on that. Let's start out with the initiative was for our Vipers and Battlestars to go. So I will go ahead and give this Battlestar a turn of 4 here. And then we'll be to here. I'll also have them pull through with a 3 like this. Now I'm going to have these Raptors come around the backside. And we'll have these follow up as well. Let's have this Cylon, this Raider also just come into this spot as he's got the momentum. And we'll have these move forward in sort of this kind of angle. So they're kind of filing past them. We'll also have them sort of turned a bit so they can get the shots in, but they can also veer out of here. And on that note, this is here, that's a damaged one. On that note, we'll have these as well, coming up from behind on these two Cylon Raiders. And let's have this Cylon Raider also coming up from behind on these here. He's also in target of this Battlestar. So let's go ahead and do some attack rolls. First of all, we've got these three ships here. Misses, all misses. We'll have these 2 versus 2. Miss. Okay, lots of misses going on. Let's have these Mark II Vipers as well. Mark II Vipers. 1, 2, 3. We've got a 10, so let's take one of these out. Our first Cylon Raider casualty. And we've got this last Viper here, coming up behind the heavy cruisers with a miss as well. So not that great from them. Let's have this Battlestar fire on these heavy raiders. And it gets a 9 on one of them, so one of the heavy raiders is just destroyed. And we'll also have, I think that'll be it. Okay, so we'll switch over to our Cylons. Let's have our heavy raiders coming around to here. Let's have these Cylons coming through behind to these. We'll also have this heavy raider trying to do a crash into Pegasus. So we'll get to do one of those crash plays here, landing into the Pegasus docking bay. And we'll kind of do a fly through of these. Sort of got an altitude above them. And these will kind of group down as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and give our Cylon Raiders a shot here. We'll do by 3s, so 3. Oh, we got a 9 and a 10, not good. So we've got 9 and a 10. Two Vipers have been destroyed. We'll also go ahead with these 3. Misses, and we have the final one. Ooh, also a 10. So that was 1, 2, 3. This Raptor will have also destroyed. Flat out destroyed there. Battlestar can attack onto this Viper as well. And Battlestar can attack. And they miss. And we're going to have our grappling attacks, or sorry, our crashing attacks. So we'll go back to the rule and just see what kind of roll we do. For ramming, let's see if they can do a force crash or a random. So we're going to use this percentile dice, 70 percentile dice here. Okay, they're able to do a controlled land into the Pegasus boarding. So since all figures, including officer figures, is considered more or less simultaneous, so no morales have to roll. So now we have boarding melee. Boarding melee. So we can do some thoughts about. The Black Pirates are attempting to board the cruiser from helium given above. The melee odds come out 2-3 in favor of defenders. So we can just kind of run a test to see if they actually are able to do damage with them. Okay, so let's go ahead and just give a roll here. I'll do like a percentile roll. 8. Okay, so they have been able to contain them for this round, but they're not destroyed yet. So they're still boarded on Pegasus. And we can leave this one as the damaged one. Leave this one as that one. Okay, I think that's going to wrap it up for the round. We will see you guys in round number 5. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.